Hey everyone, happy Labor Day, happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day and had a great weekend. I wanted to show you guys my hair of the day, tell you what I did to it, and this can also serve as a longevity update. So the wig I have on my head right now is Ellen Wille Girl Mono in the color Saffron Red Rooted. I have had this wig for a couple of years. I have worn this wig, I want to say probably 50 times at least, and it is holding up so amazing. Now I have it styled claw clip, claw clip, claw clip. I just wanted to do something a little different with it, and so this is what it looks like. Now, a couple of things. Girl Mono is one of what I consider to be a super workhorse wig. I have had multiple Girl Monos that have been worn over and over and over and over. I wear them probably the most of any wig that I've ever had. And it's hard for me to give you guys longevity updates because I wear so many wigs. I review so many wigs. I change my hair all the time. So I don't wear wigs as much as maybe a typical wig wearer will because of that. But Girl Mono is an exception because it is one of my all-time favorite wigs. I do wear it a ton. And look at how beautiful. Some tips for you. I never ever comb Girl Mono, ever. I never take a wide tooth comb to it, ever, ever, ever. I use my fingers and I finger style. I may gently take a wide tooth comb just over some of these very top layers, sort of like this. I almost pick it out just to give it a little fluff, but I never ever comb it. That to me is tip number one, the biggest tip I can give you. With some curly wigs, if you comb them, you will relax those curls. And I have heard from wig sisters who got a Girl Mono, didn't know that, combed it out, and then, after a few times, were complaining that it was losing its curl. And that's why combing out synthetic fibers that are curly are stretching those fibers will eventually relax it. But if you've only done it a couple of times and now you're seeing this video, I think you're okay. I think if you take water to it and you scrunch it up with water, that should revive the curl. Also, Girl Mono comes with variation. I have seen super curly Girl Monos. I have seen Girl Monos that didn't have a lot of curl. It is sort of the nature of the beast with wigs. One of the things that I like to do with my Girl Monos is spray them down with water and scrunch them up really well. Now keep in mind, anything you do to wigs, scrunching, touching, combing, it is putting a little bit of friction on the fibers. So you just want to be gentle and careful and try to manipulate your wigs as little as possible if you want to get super long longevity out of them. So those are my biggest tips for you guys. Another thing, Ellen Wille lace usually shows on me. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so I usually trim my lace. So this lace has been trimmed. I use a pinking shears when I trim ready to wear synthetic wig lace. It gives a little bit of a wavy pattern. I think it makes it look a lot more realistic, and John Renault recommends that with their lace, so that's why I do it that way. I also adhere my wigs, my Ellen Wille wigs, with It Stays or some type of an adhesive so that the lace lays really flat on me. If you wear wig grips, I'm getting all sweaty, so if I'm getting shiny, I apologize. I'm having a hot flash. If you wear wig grips, one of the complaints that I've experienced and that I hear is sometimes lace won't lay flat because of the bulk of the wig grip. A couple of tips for you. Try some different wig grips. I am a personal fan of The Hair Grip by SD. I can't remember her last name. It's called The Hair Grip. Her website is The Hair Grip. I have a 20% off coupon, which I'm forgetting. I think it's Denise 20, but I do have some information in. I'll put information somewhere for you so you know about that. It's one of the thinner ones out there, and she does make one that has a lace front so that it will not have as much bulk there. So if you really feel you need to wear a wig grip, I would just experiment with wig grips to find one that works. My personal preference though with lace front wigs is just to use It Stays or Ebin spray, which I've reviewed, and adhere it. That will keep it the most flat and keep it secure. Today what I did was I twisted some hair, put a claw clip, twisted claw clip, twisted claw clip, just to give it a little bit of a different look. And then I took my rat tail comb, so like a normal comb, and I just sort of, not really ratted, but sort of that what am I trying to think, motion with this front here, because these curls were just sort of hanging down kind of funny, and it gave it a little bit of lift here. And then I sprayed some Tress-Allure wig wax on it. The reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to play with your wigs. I want you to style your wigs. I want you to experiment with your wigs. You don't have to wear a wig like it comes out of the box. And if you're struggling with wigs, styling will help. I really believe it will. Clips will help tame poof, or it will help give lift. Sometimes curly wigs are really full here, not a lot of curl on the top. So if you just lift some of those fibers and clip them up, you just elevated the curl pattern to bring it more to the top. If that's something you're struggling with, try styling. But ultimately, I just wanted to give you guys an update on Girl Mono, tell you how she's wearing. Really fabulous. I rarely spray my wigs with any spray, conditioning spray, styling spray. It's very rare that I will use anything. I do like the wig wax by Tress-Allure because I don't feel like it makes the wigs dirty. It doesn't really coat the fiber. It works without putting huge coating on the fiber, which I really appreciate. And I do have a review of that on YouTube. Another tip for you guys is if your wigs are starting to get a little messy, a little stringy, they're feeling a little off, or they're not looking as good, I would spray them with water before I spray them with anything else. These are synthetic fibers. They do not absorb the conditioning sprays. Everything you put on your synthetic wig just coats the fibers. Eventually, that's going to weigh the fibers down, and when you put product in your hair or in a wig or in anything, it's adding sort of a tackiness to the wig that attracts dirt, dust, pollen. So I just don't think you should be spraying your wigs with a lot of sprays. I know that there are some people out there that recommend you spray your wigs down everywhere with some conditioning spray or some detangle type spray. And I know some people do that and have great success. That has not been my experience. And again, we're all different. It's all subjective. So I encourage you to try some things and learn for yourself what you prefer and what works for you. But if you're coming to me asking for advice, the advice that I give you, don't comb your curly wigs unless you want to relax the curl, and sometimes you do. Don't spray your wigs with product all of the time. Water is the best styling tool for a synthetic wig. And the last one, style your wigs. Play with them, style them. I hope that you guys are having a great day, like I said earlier, and I hope this helped you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you guys soon.